You're not growing because your training volume is way too low. And no, of course not. It's not your genetics. It's also not because you don't take steroids and everybody else does. You're just not doing enough hard sets to force your body to grow. Let's fix that. Quick definition. Training volume is the amount of hard working sets per muscle per week. By hard working sets, we mean sets close enough to failure. At least 3 RIR. That's it. It doesn't matter how long you're in the gym. It's definitely not counting warm-up sets. Just a number of high-effort sets take it close to failure. Muscle grows from mechanical tension, right? And the way to get that tension consistently is actually through hard sets per week. Now, if you don't hit that threshold, nothing absolutely happens. You stay the same size. Now, here are the three volume zones we need to cover. There are three levels you need to understand, right? Maintenance volume. This is enough to not lose muscle, but you won't grow muscle. The minimum effective volume, or MEV, is the lowest amount that you can actually do and stimulate hypertrophy, right? And a maximum recoverable volume is the highest you can do while you can still recover and progress. Most people stay at maintenance volume or barely at their minimum effective volume. That's why you basically look the same every year, right? All right, some examples. Your maintenance volume can be even as low as 2, up to 4, up to 6 sets, right? Your minimum effective volume starts around 5, 6 sets till about like 8 per muscle per week, right? And your maximum recoverable volume is like 15 to 20. But there have been studies doing even over 40, right? So it depends on the person. So yeah, let's talk science real fast. A 22 meta-analysis found that the best hypertrophy happens around 12 to 20 sets per muscle per week in train lifters. That's where most growth kind of peaks. But another study straight up like doubled the volume, 16 versus 32 sets per week, and the 32 set group grew more muscle. So yeah, the volume matters a lot. Tired of training without results? The Biomechanic Game Protocol course teaches you exactly how to structure workouts, hit the right weekly volume, and maximize your muscle growth. And it's all backed by science. Stop guessing and start training smart. Enroll today and turn your effort into real gains. If you're a beginner, relax. You don't need 20 sets, right? Your muscles respond basically to any stimulus. 6 to 10 sets per muscle per week is enough. As long as you push close to failure and your technique isn't trash, you're gonna grow, right? Now, if you're past the newbie phase, low volume won't cut it anymore. You're adapted. You need more work to grow. Studies show consistently that trail lifters grow best around 12 to 20 sets per muscle per week. And certain muscles like biceps, delts, triceps can even do way more. There are the times you're under training. If your volume is too low, you'll probably have no pump or very little pump, no soreness. Your strength, so your progressive overload over the weeks won't work, and you'll feel fresh after your workouts. Like you'll be doing your workouts, and afterwards you'll be like, "Oh yeah, I could do another one, and another one, and another one, and another one." All right, so if that's you, your volume is too low. Now you're probably wondering, yeah, my volume is low, but then you go ahead and add like 20 sets, and then you just can't recover anymore. You just die instantly, implode, lose all your gains. No, no. Here's how to program volume. All right. So here's the no BS way to progress. I'll just give you ranges, and then I'll tell you how to progress. First, beginners start with 6 to 10 sets per muscle per week. Now, if you get any of the indicators we mentioned before, like you don't have a pump or you're not sore, you add 1 set per week. And if it's still not happening, you add another and another, right? Intermediates 10 to 14, advanced 14 to 20 plus. With advanced, you have to be careful, right? If you go 20 plus sets, you probably don't want to do it for all your muscles at once. You want to start prioritizing some muscles over others. Now, definitely distribute it across 2 to 3 days because after like 11 sets, the rest becomes basically junk volume on one day. So instead of doing like 16 sets on one day, do 8 on Monday and then 8 on Thursday, right? That's way better than doing 16 on Monday. It's the final reality check, right? You're not overtraining, you're undertraining. Now, start tracking your weekly sets today, hit the right volume, progress over volume, and watch how sore you get and how much more growth you're gonna get. Just try increasing your volume.